Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero. Welcome back to another World Series 2023 round number 1 down in the south of Liquid Gold. Don't think we've seen this map actually yet in the World Series out of all the games that I have commentated on. Down in the south with the yellow player, USA Vanilla. This is RaginG. Old name was Shay. Or Raging Shay St. John, or whatever other names or variations he has had. Up in the north, we have the blue. Sam. This used to be Call Me Sam, now he's just called Sam. And this is the blue super weapon. Last year, I can't remember who he fought, but he was more focused on doing that weird beacon bug that actually really annoys me. You can place a beacon and it actually labels it like to a unit. Something to do with selecting the beacon, pressing Control and C, and then pasting it on a unit or something. And then basically, whatever beacon you write, the enemy can also see it, and you can do it unlimited times. I personally don't like to see that in serious tournaments, especially the World Series, just messing around. So, I reckon that he is actually going to play serious. That's my prediction this time. So far, looking kinda okay. I don't like this early War Factory there. He sold his CC, whereas RaginG has not. It's actually kind of funny that it's called RaginG, because he is probably the angriest and most rage-quitty player that... he's probably like in the top 3 that Zero has ever seen. Quite honestly. Rarely says GG when he loses. I mean, we've all done that at times, but I'm just saying he's probably in the region at the top somewhere. Nice little barracks drop here from RaginG. Saying that is dropping a War Factory now down in his base. Rotated it the wrong way, or didn't rotate it rather. So Sam has gone for the oils. He's actually looking like he might get one. RaginG is inside of this building. Sam is going to fail there to get his own oil, which is a big disappointment, and RaginG has got his flashbang upgrade already. It actually feels weird calling him RaginG when he's been known as Shay pretty much all of this time. So Sam is not able to really fend this off inside his base, and this is going to provide such a big distraction. This is where the main battle is going to happen. Meanwhile, knowing RaginG's multitasking skills, he's probably going to be able to use that to capture all of the rest of the map. Saying that, though, he's losing this one. He is losing that little plateau there at the top of the hill. And Sam is holding, or maintaining at least, inside of his base. There's a V here, but you don't want to go too close to these MDs. There's another ranger here for RaginG. Sam's captured that back. And now these Vs should be able to clear that up. So all of these rangers costing $225 each should now get cleared up for free. I don't think any more rangers for the blue player that is Sam will go down, and these Vs here are now able to clear up the MDs as they come out. The missile defenders need time to do the laser lock and actually need time to come out of the barracks. You need to focus on the MD though, not on the barracks. That's really, really poor by Sam. Almost loses a V for that mistake. And there's stuff being captured and battles going on all over the place. But I do feel that RaginG is taking the advantage. As to probably be expected, I think he's the heavy favorite here. He should be labeled an expert player, but he refused to accept the badge. I think the expert promotion system is heavily flawed, because there was a time when he was doing really, really well against like pretty much every expert level player. Now he wins against loads of good players. And at that point, he should have been promoted, but it took like a year to get him promoted from that. And at that point, he actually wasn't that good. So then he refused it. So the whole thing's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Okay, Search and Destroy, or Strategy Center. I always call it Search and Destroy because that's guaranteed what will be set. Sam's actually been putting up a bit of a fight, but you're up against a very tough player. I mean, a good fight here is just not good enough. You need to be flawless in your execution and your build order in every single manner if you're going to beat RaginG here. You need to be a strong player indeed. But Unfortunately for Sam, it looks like he's only got 2 war factories. You're against the CC and a strat as well. And there's now a V inside of the base. If you just unload some stuff, he might even be able to laser lock that inside of the Chinook. It's the last dozer by the looks of things. Going to laser lock this. And yeah, it's just slowly falling apart there for Sam. And I actually predict, based on all the other sets that we've seen and my experience of watching Zero over a very long period of time, I think a game like that, especially if he loses a second game, will knock the confidence and the games will become shorter and shorter. That's my prediction, but we will see. 1-0 there for RaginG. Okay, so let's see if my prediction is correct. It's only one game, but it can affect you mentally. Let's see if Sam will put up a better fight here. Saying that, though, he actually did have the weaker army up in the top here, which is a super weapon for the blue player, which is now RaginG. It's the weaker army because your Vs cost $150 more than the USA Vanilla. And I think the Chinooks collect at a different rate for the USAs. I can't remember if it's... I can't remember which two. 2 of them collect faster. I think the USA Air Force is one of them. It might be that one is the other one. Basically, 2 of the USAs collect like 1% faster or something like that. It's like really, really silly. I have no idea why. Apparently, that is the case. But down in the south, we've got USA Vanilla for the yellow player, which is Sam. Both times, he's gone for a relatively quick war factory. Like, this is insanely quick. But on a map with so many bunkers, so many oils, where you can just place missile defenders all over the place and ranges all over the place, get a load of oils, and then drop down a war factory, I personally think that getting the war factory later is better in this situation. This is pretty much a build order that I've seen a player called Xcal do many times before. We're going to make 3 MDs, load it inside of the V, and then make... usually you would see like 3 rangers. Oh, in this case, we're only seeing 2. And then get some oils. But the problem is... Actually, you know what? I like that. I like this attempt. Because that first V has denied, obviously, that dozer. You might be able to deny some rangers here and there. I think even if that V suicides itself, I think it's worth doing. But you see 1 MD is going to probably stop it. Yeah, not getting this is terrible. Because this whole build order, again, it needs to be executed flawlessly. He's got the capture upgrade, but he's not even doing anything with that one. And that one in the base had the capture upgrade, but he wasn't using it. Again, everything needs to be flawless. That V also needed to survive. Based on that, like if that V like denied that ranger and then made its way into the base, meanwhile he got that, and then secured this area, I would actually favor him to win. But the fact that things are just turning out to be a little bit slow and that V's gone down like too easily. RaginG's now got 2 barracks. He can spam infantry like no tomorrow, get a few V's here. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. And he's only just now, Sam, sending a ranger down to the bottom right. Whereas RaginG again has got this top right one. Okay, Sam moving in, clearing up these infantry. He still doesn't have his bottom right oil. He does have these 2, but he needs that bottom right one. Has he got flashbangs inside of the V? It looks like he does. So RaginG is going to secure that right side. And it looks like he's going to get the refinery as well. And second supply is already up for RaginG with 2 Chinooks. It's also up for Sam, but not with 2 Chinooks. Wasted V. Flashbangs coming in. There's 2 V still alive though for RaginG. It's going to clear up these rangers. Don't know what them rangers are doing. Laser lock comes in on this V. V clears it up. A few more Vs now come in for Sam. Okay, we got a super weapon EMP turret being built now by RaginG. Okay, Sam now does have his bottom right oil. He sold his CC again to get that extra bit of cash. Still doesn't have an additional Chinook despite floating 4.8k. He does have 2 oils there though, but he's lost this right hand side and also lost the refinery. 2 of his Vs there have gone down. He's got Search and Destroy deployed now. RaginG is also building his strategy center. I mean, Sam's doing okay again, but no Chinook there. There's just better units and just more units there for RaginG, and he's also looking like he's probably going to get that. And he's endangering this position. Like, this is completely uncovered. Whereas if Sam tried to push that left position, you got to go through Vs, you got to go through these bunkers, several oils to capture, and then there's an EMP. It's just so much more there for RaginG. I don't think he feels really any threat. EMP built on the right as well. And in the middle, Search and Destroy. He's going to get Auroras. Like I say, you need to play absolutely flawless. And although this was a good attempt by Sam, a good attempt just isn't going to cut it, I'm afraid. Yeah, he's going to run into a laser lock now. See, look at the precision on the laser lock. Instant. So efficient. Didn't even lose a missile defender. Barely lost any HP. And Sam has been defeated, yeah. I mean, there is a big skill difference. We can obviously see that. Sam is definitely putting up probably a bigger fight than last year, but unfortunately, just falling a little bit short here against RaginG. Okay, jumping into the next one, we've got Plant Waste version 2. We'll come on to the version 2 in a second. It's got a change in it that I never really liked. Down in the bottom left, we've got the China tank for the blue player. This is RaginG. Up in the top right. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. We've got the green GLA Tox. For the player, that is Sam. Yeah, the reason that's going to be tough is like this is like the master of defense. The RPGs are better. The tunnels are really strong against tank units. The Stingers become really good when you get the Gamma upgrade from the Palace. Gamma buses are really strong. TNTs are very strong because they're like stronger than the average GLA. So it's like the master of defense and one of the strongest armies in the game. Versus it's an okay China, but you have no long range, and you pretty much need to close out the game in the first half. And when you're fighting against Tox tunnels, which wreck pretty much everything that the tank can make, it is very tough indeed. And here's a TNT from Sam. Is he going to be able to hit that truck? I think if he force fired the ground instant there, he would have got it. He was in range for a second. But now that truck is a waste because you've taken away $600 from your economy. And not able to achieve anything. So that's nice work there from Sam. We will give credit where credit is due for sure. Personally do think the most common thing you see, and I like changing it up, but the most common thing you see is the truck going from there straight to this supply. It would have worked as well because that worker was late and you would have been able to crush some stuff, and Sam is only collecting on one worker right now. This truck has somehow found its way in. I have no idea how that's possible. Flamers need to be careful because some explosive barrels will cause some damage. The flame walls are a little bit weird. And the fact that that went so far forward before it started doing the flame wall is also a bit weird. Truck is trying to crush some stuff, but you see the Tox tunnel. Despite 2 really strong units there, which are the dragons, the tunnel remains strong. It can just be repaired now, so effectively he's not taking any losses at all. Truck got killed by the technical. You can see it's a Vet 2. He's now collecting fully on 3 supplies. So yeah, I actually kind of like the start and the army and the base setup for Sam. Now the reason I don't like V2 is because in V1, the only reason there was a V2 made is because there used to be rocks down here that prevented you from placing a perfect supply. You have to place a supply like here or something. It might be like these examples. Some random stuff like that. It basically prevented you making the supply. I think it was at the top there as well. So in version 2, they deleted some of them rocks. But in version 2, they also made this unselectable and ungarrisonable, which completely changes the map. It might be more balanced now, but it's just like when you're so used to something and then a V2 comes along and it just absolutely changes it. And I personally don't like a building that you can't even select. I find it kind of weird in Zero. And most things you can select. like that, for example, and you know it's genuinely like part of the terrain. I just find it a little bit strange when you can't select it. Flamer here again is going to get wasted. Battle Masters and Flamers is probably the best thing to use to get through that. Okay, technical coming in now from Sam. Okay, Battlemaster Flamer, like I said, is the key thing to push through here. Only collecting on 4 workers on his main. 5 workers there, 3 workers there, which is kind of poor considering this is the World Series. You're 2-0 down. Everything needs to be perfect. So collecting on 3 workers on your second supply and 4 on your main is, I'm afraid, just not acceptable anymore. It never has been, really. Well, someone will probably find a replay of me doing that now. If I ever see a worker with a supply with low workers, just press K on your supply a few times. Maybe the name RaginG will help you remember. These tunnels at the front now are all cleared up. Technical coming in again. There is a bunker being built, but there is nothing to support it or combat this technical at the minute. Tech RPG finds a dozer. Ooh, drives a bit too close to mines. I didn't actually think that was even close enough, but apparently it was. I don't know what he's clicking on now. He's going for the prop. It's not the last dozer, though. The last dozer is here. Lotus now capturing the oils in the middle. Yeah, if you ever lose the middle as GLA against China, always try and get rid of the oils before you just completely give up the area, because otherwise the China will get even more powerful by getting the oils. Okay, so Sam is getting the bottom right-hand side. I think the fact that he picked off that dozer is going to make that dozer really scared to go and expand, because that's the thing he should be doing now. Putting a few tanks here, wait till the GLA's popped a bit of an army here and distracted, and just guard mode there with a few tanks, let it get cleared, and then expand and drop a bunker. Like getting that top left area when the GLA already has the bottom right is key. This is a really good harassment, though. This is really good. And that bus getting picked off by the ECM is really, really good there as well. Very, very nice. John McKell knows there's a Lotus around. Pretty much the only thing that can be revealing him there is the Lotus. Lotus does need to be careful because she's going very, very close to this tunnel. Okay, the gap down the bottom right gets cleared up. You see that supply is still placed weird. I don't know if the rocks are still affecting that area. I think not. I think it's just a really fastly placed supply. Really quickly placed supply. Okay, CC now being built for RaginG. Got 2 helixes out. The 2 helixes are going to head to the bottom right. I'm not sure how many quads are out. There's 1 there and a battle bus fully loaded. But if the helixes go straight there now, you might be able to get it down before there's any response from Sam. And saying that, there is no response. And that area is going to get cleared out. But because he's not checking out this area, not even like probing a little bit with a GAT, because you could easily just stop that area. Because once that tunnel's up, it becomes so much harder to clear. So your best bet is to stop the workers from actually building. Now that helix is dead, because that battle bus will kill it regardless. Battle bus gets down to the hole, but this supply survives, and both of them helixes have gone down. That's expensive losses, because them helixes are very, very expensive, like 1,850 each. And then, yeah, the bunkers like 400, speaker towers like 500. Every RPG inside of it is like, what, 385 is it for tank? I love the destruction of these buildings, by the way. When that destroys, it like crumbles down into one spot. Just like folds in on itself. And it's such a cool animation in Zero. Something that's not so cool is when these when these fences go over and just kind of glitch. It looks kind of weird. These trains can get destroyed relatively easy. But yeah, Sam has some work to do. Because those 2 oils roughly equate to that. He's only collected on 4 workers. He's got more workers there now, but it's about to mine out. 4 workers on his main. That can be sold. This is one of them maps where you start off with loads of money because you can get 3 supplies, but then it very quickly turns into a lowish economy game unless you have the corners. Another battle bus versus another helix. Or another dual helix. The helix might try to like just hull mode it and get out, but it will take damage in the process. When the gamma bus shoots, it's not going to miss. Like they never miss. The missiles from Tox. It's like a homing missile. It's because the fall off range for Tox is like 7,000 or something. Whereas for the other GLAs, it's a lot less than that. Interesting shot with the artillery. That would indicate to me that he's going to push there. So if I was Sam now, probably would be dropping down 1 or 2 more tunnels, or at least repairing these. Gamma Bus and Angry Mob attack into this army of RaginG. RaginG deciding to go back, actually. Needs a GAT or a MiG or something like that. I actually think the helixes is probably the wrong way to go. I actually think probably Napalm MiGs is better. Saying that though, Napalm MiGs are expensive, $1,600 for 1. But then you can just come in and wipe out the battle buses. If you've got the ECMs underneath him, then that will make the Tox missiles miss. A nice harassing GAT again. And the dozer has expanded. See, the supply is always placed weird here. Even there, it's slightly off. Okay, battle buses pop here for Sam. I do think if he just drops down enough stingers and just holds against any push that comes from RaginG, I think he's just naturally going to win, just having the flanks. And these battle buses can just pop in and out, clear up what they need to, and then just hide back in. And RaginG is going to be forced into an engagement that maybe he wouldn't otherwise take. The tank needs to take action soon. You can't just wait for these battle buses to keep getting up in their numbers. Like MiGs, for example, if you had 8 or even if you had just 4, you could be picking off these for free. By the time it reacts, you can just pick them off. Like, whereas the helixes come in and try and pick off that. It could be a big pop from there and you risk losing the helixes. Yeah, there is still a big pop. Is he going to be able to get the elixirs? I think what he's going to do is try and distract with this, then go back, and then he's going to move in with elixirs. Ooh. Moving in a little bit soon there, but maybe he'd seen that the GLA army was out, so that tunnel is cleared now. There is a flamer that's been sniped here on the left. These battle busters now, Sam moving in and wrecking this army of the tank. Helixes move in, all mode 1 of the battle busters. But it's all an uphill battle. I think I think RaginG should have expanded up here earlier. This was given too easily to Sam, I think. Yeah, I don't know whether you should prioritize the corners actually over the oils. I know getting the oils is great and holding that position and putting pressure on it is great. But maybe it's better just to keep an army, a smaller army there and actually push harder in one of the corners, like especially here. Helix is extremely low, picked off 2 battle buses. Okay, quad's now moving in for Sam. I don't think that's enough to combat 2 helixes, especially with the speaker tower bonus. Those quads do go down. There's a gamma bus on the way there for Sam. Might be able to chase down this lick, so they are moving more quickly now. Those elixers still need to keep moving. They are. This area is going to get harassed once again, and I'm afraid the tank's going to run out of cash because the oils are dead, and he's losing this bottom right supply. So is he now being drawn into what I said, like drawn into a fight that he doesn't necessarily want to take, but he feels like he has to? Maybe he could even go right and just move his army there. Like force fire that, get rid of the debris by placing the scaffold, and then just move right and hold this position, because you need this, but it keeps getting cleared too easily. There's 20k there. Otherwise, you could withdraw and try and push that area. But I think if you just keep hanging around here, especially that artillery was kind of wasted, wasn't it? That could have been better on could have been better on a market. Like that would have been 2 markets dead. That one and that one would have been dead. He is trying to do what I said. I just personally think this is gonna get too weak. These stingers, you don't really want to mess with them either. They're fully upgraded. They're doing like insane damage. I think it becomes 50% stronger due to the Anthrax Gamma upgrade, and then 35% stronger due to the whatever that upgrade's called, AP rockets. So yeah, you do want to get rid of them stingers, probably with the ground army, which he is doing, to be fair. Looking okay so far from RaginG. He has expanded down at the bottom right. Is he here going to be able to win against a well-bunkered in GLA Tox with Palace? Sam's actually ahead in XP because he's killed probably more Battlemasters than the tank has killed like tunnels and stuff. Battlemasters of Vet 2 are given 200 XP. John McCall's just going to pick this army apart all day long. Every tunnel that gets dropped down is just another layer to push through, and the longer the game goes, I mean, Sam's level 5. Like, where is the Anthrax Bomb? And he's even been getting the full bounty money. That'll be a massive disappointment if he's not. Anthrax Bomb and Sneak Attack could have caused absolute devastation. Just think, when that attack was going on, as long as you're holding, you could do a Sneak Attack in the back, pick off some key buildings, go inside. Yeah, that CC is ultra late. I also do wonder whether it's worth making a rebel. I mean, probably not at this stage, but earlier on, making a rebel and getting that refinery. 10% discount on all your vehicles for a 17-minute game probably equals more than $1,200 for a rebel and a capture upgrade. Yeah, RaginG, in my opinion, seems a little bit indecisive. He's tried multiple times to push through, like double artillery there, but the first time was completely wasted. And now he's switched targets and trying to go over here, but now is the wrong time, because now it's fully built up. AP ammo quads as well, just wreck flamers all day long, never mind these defenses. And I personally think that RaginG is going to run out of steam. All it needs is a bit of harassment, and then RaginG is out of income. John McCall, everything he snipes, he can just go back inside of his tunnel. That's another weakened army. Even if you get a red guard over there, it still costs you money. Oh, he's going to steal a flamer. Even if you got a red guard over here, it can just get sniped and it's cost you even more money. John McCall's always chipping away, and more markets going up. That's a really silly place market because it's really close to the front line. You're better with it anywhere back here, basically. But I get he's spreading them out, but it's actually... Flamer could come there and wipe it out, couldn't it? Helix is still trying to get some work done. That could be an EMP. Oh, no, it's not an EMP, because he hasn't killed enough still. Because an EMP could help you wreck that area. Don't even think you really need to pop anything there. I think the ground army will get mobbed up. I suppose the only thing is the helixes. There's the Anthrax bomb, by the way. Helix is still going to go down. Despite wrecking that area. One Helix goes down. Loads of quads now coming in for Sam. And I think those Helixes will probably also go down. Ooh, it's very close. Yeah, I mean, he's losing one quad to the Anthrax, but it's worth it getting the licks. And GG, RaginG has been defeated. Yeah, a bit of indecision there quite a few times from RaginG. Needs to pick a side and just go with a push. Don't artillery to let your opponent know what you're going to do and then wait 3 minutes and then don't push after all. It's just giving away your strategies. Yeah, 2-1 there for RaginG. Okay, jumping into the next one. We've got the blue DoMiNaToR for RaginG up in the right. Down in the bottom left, we've got the green China tank for Sam. Yeah, personally picking the Tox to win again, but probably more comfortable. Because RaginG again shown his skill to be a bit higher in all of these replays so far. But we will see if Sam is able to get anything done. Just taking a leaf out of Excal's book. Placing down a barracks to get some mines there. One war factory, one barracks. Poorly placed supply though, so it's alright copying an Excal build, but if you're not going to get a perfect supply, then you're not going to have the same economy of the person who you copied it off. So yeah, I think he's going to get mines there, but this TNT could actually just walk in still and get to trucks. Yeah, mines are spawned. RaginG has seen it. Oh my god, he's building a Helix. He's building an airfield straight away. Don't know why you would do that as tank. Fast third supply would be better. Okay, TNT in the base now of Sam. Tech RPG finds one of the dozers. Both dozers are exposed actually, so it's alright getting mines. He was actually going for a straight Helix, which is very, very unusual. TNT there. Could force fight the ground, could have got a truck, but he didn't. Tech RPG. Ooh, okay, changes his target. Gat gets the crush. Nice crushes, really. There's still 2 RPGs inside of there. Yeah, RaginG is going aggressive. He's prioritized getting the tunnels out and stuff rather than taking the third on his base, but he is getting the bottom right supply. Does have a worker here. Top left is building a tunnel. Technical now moving in for RaginG. Drops off an RPG inside of the building. You see the blue dots just slowly engulfing the whole map here. I mean, going for a Helix that I think has already been revealed. He's already making a third quad. And now that Technical is able to get up to being a super tech. Yeah, Helix is out. That quad can get picked off. Even maybe those, all 3 units could get picked off. But that Helix is taking unnecessary damage. Again, through indecision. Just make a decision and just go for it. But now that's wasted. Just running straight into a tunnel. Yeah, this is a really, really poor tank build. I don't know what he was doing, honestly. I don't mind the barracks and the mines, but I would like to see a fast third supply and then maybe some more mines, like to protect your trucks and stuff like that. Or just 2 supplies, 2 war factories, and rush a truck up that top route. Yeah, 3-1 is the score. Okay, jumping into the next one, we're on Imminent Victory. Tends to be a popular map nowadays. If you're taking part in the World Series, probably better practice this because it's getting chosen every single day. GLA Vanilla for the blue, which is RaginG in the north spot. In the south spot, we have the GLA Tox. We've got GLA Mirror on our hands. With the green, this is Sam. Okay, 2 supplies from Sam. Quite a far away supply. Be interested to test that. I think actually we did test it, actually, didn't we? On a video at some point. On the distance, I think we tested. Only 3 workers on his main. It's pretty poor. Not making any additional ones. 4th coming out for RaginG. Still only collecting on 3. Because that's making a barracks. And that is a real barracks, by the way. So he spent 1,000 on barracks. Which I did not like. I like Tumstep's strat, actually, and Fargo's, where they make lots of fake barracks. $125 they cost, and you can box in everything perfectly. You spent 1,000 on barracks, but you haven't even boxed in this one. I'd prefer you to scrap that one and make a fake, fake, and a fake. Anyway, first technical is out for Sam, and this oil getting denied. It's very annoying there for RaginG. Okay, technical there for Sam, wiping out a load of workers of RaginG. Technical still running around here for Sam, gets taken down, Vet 2, and it does get scrap denied. Very far away supply from Sam once again. I like the fast expansion, I just don't like the distance. I suppose that one's not too bad, actually. And he's collecting with 5 there now. Okay, a lot of RPGs now coming in. RaginG is trying to protect his workers on this left-hand side. You see, that's a nice fake barracks there. $125. Technicals now coming in for RaginG. What I do like to see is the crushes on the RPGs before you take the battle. Because the crushes on the RPGs actually give you loads of veterancy on the technicals pretty fast. And then when you got the veterancy, then you can take the technical battle even better. But RaginG is coming in. Don't know how that barracks went down so fast. Maybe it's just this tech RPG. Sam's worker line has been completely wrecked, and it looks like RaginG is going to get himself a second oil because he's already got this one on the right, and he's got this very forward position. So this is very, very annoying. And currently, Sam is not collecting on any workers, even these ones. So yeah, I don't know what Sam's doing in his main base. The first thing you do is react to try and defend this. Making quads as the Tox, which is a bit unusual. Technical coming through for RaginG. He might try and pick off that because you'll get a super tech if he scraps up from it. I don't even know if Sam... Yeah, he had enough cash to scrap deny, but he did not. Wow, nice toxin tractor there from RaginG. See, it was even a really bad start there from RaginG, actually. It was actually really, really poor, but he just pulled it back. It, like, kicked him into gear, and then he just demolished Sam. So yeah, 4-1 now is the score. Okay, jumping into the next one. RaginG only needs to win 1 more, and Sam needs to win every game in a row from this point, 4 in a row. Down in the south, we've got the blue GLA Tox for RaginG. Up at the top, we have the green GLA Vanilla for the player that is Sam. So it's kind of balanced. It is more powerful for the Tox here. It is easier to play. Your tunnels automatically flush out buildings. They're automatically stronger. The RPGs are better. The technicals cost the same between players, but your TNTs are stronger. For the Tox, you can put a technical with a rebel and some RPGs inside of it, and you can flush out a building and then take it for yourself instantly. Both players here going for 3 supplies, but you can see that RaginG is more confident in his build because you just saw some cancelled stuff. Ooh, actually, he's going for a Fargo build. Fargo build is a 3 supply TNT. That's exactly what you're seeing here. But then as soon as you go for this TNT, then I would recommend getting tunnels everywhere and start boxing this, getting tunnels here. Because you can't just leave everything wide open like that. First technical is coming from RaginG. You see the speed difference? Just slightly fast there for RaginG. And already now a bunch of workers are going down. It's $1,000 worth of workers. If he'd have picked off that one as well, but he didn't. TNT looking a little bit slow. And RaginG is already locked on it. Ooh, he's just ran into a tunnel and RPG. See, the RPGs never miss. And now that TNT's been stopped. Saying that, 4 is still on the way. It was just like little things, like slight delay. The technical was slightly faster for RaginG. There was a cancelled building over here, which means he didn't know the build 100%. All of his workers were getting ravaged sooner. And when the technical did come over here, it just kind of paused for Sam. But like I said before, if you're going to beat RaginG, it needs to be absolute perfection. And as I said, the games sometimes there got a little bit shorter. Of course, there was the one where there was tank versus talks that lasted longer. But in general, some of the ones where RaginG had the stronger army, they were over in a matter of minutes. So RaginG there, as predicted by a few people, will progress. But it was a better performance from Sam. And none of these little gimmicky bugs with the beacons and stuff like that, which I am pleasantly surprised to see. So GG, well played, and I wish the best of luck to both players, especially RaginG in the round number 2. GG, well played. See you in the next one.